New and updated mods are out now for Farm Sim 22. In total, 29 mods were released today on the in-game mod up. All platforms got 12 new and 15 updates, and PC and Mac players got 2 updates. We're going to take a look at each mod, including customization of features. That way you can better decide which mods you want and which ones you don't. If you like staying updated with the latest mods and Farming Simulator, make sure you're subscribed, and let's go. Let's start off with some new ones for all platforms. First is Giants Island Crystal Edition from Full Power Shift. As far as I can tell, this is the Farming Simulator 2008 base game map. There's not as many square fields as I was expecting to see out here, and we've got quite a few areas that we can buy. But unfortunately, we cannot buy the outside, but we can buy little bits here and there. Our starting farm is going to be smack dab right in the middle of the map, and here it is. We actually have some newer-ish pieces of equipment on here, which is kind of nice. Would have been interesting having this stuff back in Farming Simulator 2008. My goodness. As for the PDA itself, we do have 3 areas that we own. We have farmland number 3, which I don't believe is anything. Yeah, it's just plowed and that's it. We've got farmland number 1, which is our main farm, and then we get farmland 19, which is that. It's just that. And it doesn't look like we can delete this either. So yeah, I don't know why we own that. Oh, maybe it's down here. I don't think that's why we own this area. Well, if you know, hey, let me know. As for our growth calendar, everything is looking exactly the same through there as we would normally see. No custom crops, and we do have a small amount of equipment. So we have the Fendt 716 Vario, we have the Fendt 936 Vario, and the Fendt Ideal 8PL gives you a little bit of room to grow. Also, the crappy big body 750S. We have the header, the PowerFlow 30-foot, nice plow, and a cultivator, power harrow, which matches up with our seeder, nice sprayer, front mower, and a loading wagon. Next, we have something super duper cool. This is the Lizard ZIL 131. We have 3 different trucks plus a trailer, and everything matches up perfectly. Prices are even 70 grand for each one, so you don't have to worry about one versus the other. First one is going to be the Tipper, and we'll talk about the truck as well. 150 horsepower with a manual transmission, 340 liters of fuel, 49 miles an hour, and well, this one specifically holds 7,000 liters. And we've got some other stuff as well. So we've got the without stripes, or we could do with patches. Neither one of those makes sense. And then we have without a side on the left. And then there you go. I don't know what stripes it's saying it doesn't have, but you can't add stripes. And then whatever patches are, that's not patches. 7,000 and 10,500 liters respectively. Designs with or without insulation. This is around towards the front. I feel like this will be damaging to the radiator, but hey, whatever. And then designs we have with or without tools. Now, I was a little bit shocked at first. I was like, why do you need paper towels on the front seat? What are you doing in your truck, man? But we've got a whole set of tools that are in there as well if I get this thing flipped around. There you go. And then we have colors. These are the same for everything. So main color, so we can change up for the body. We also have for the back. And then we've got that, which is our latches. Now, as mentioned, we've got multiple versions of the truck. So the design is going to be the same. So tools and installation is going to be the same on all of them. So are the colors. But we do have this version, which is a semi-trailer. It's got the 5th wheel attachment on there, but also we have a trailer hitch on all of these. Then we have one that's a Bowser. So we have a fuel. We can do water and milk. You can also do fertilizers and back down. And then we have our trailer. Now, configurations, somebody forgot to translate those. However, they are exactly the same as the truck, which is super cool. Unfortunately, we don't have what looks to be a trailer hitch on the back of this one. So once you've got the trailer on the back, you can only run one. At least that's the way it appears. However, I did have to try this, so we're going to try and hook up a couple different trailers and see if it works. Well, the first one is very simple and very easy, and that's looking great. Can I use my mod that locks up the axle? Yes, I can. So now I might be able to back this thing up and not look like a fool. Moment of truth. Can we hook up multiple trailers together? Nope. No, we can't. But I will say this. Now, this setup looks super cool. Yeah. Would have been cool to also see the fuel tank for his trailer version as well, but you know what? We'll take what we can get at this point. Now, as far as suspension goes with this, the suspension actually kind of surprised me a little bit. It has got some insane movement on here. Hang on, let me see if I can get up to like right here. There you go. Check this out. Nice and slow. Look at the flex. My dog. That's what's up. Yeah. The back is a little bit more rigid. And then the trailer is also a little bit rigid, but that front axle, very cool. Next is a whole pack of Krone loading wagons. So we've got the 430, which is going to hold 43,000, 47,000, another 47,000, but 3 axles, and then a 56,000. Otherwise, all of them are exactly the same, other than weight, which take a look at the ZX43. Right here, wheel brands, we have Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Brosumersiel, and back end, standard and wide tires respectively. Discharge rolls, we have the GL, or GD2, 3, and back end. GL's just nothing. I think that means good luck. And then we have 2 or 3. Flap, we have the old, then we could go with a new, and then new 2. So there's a couple different things through there. As far as your warning reflectors, assume these are going to be on the back as well. Yeah, a lot of different reflectors, and a little bit on the side too. That's pretty cool. Cover, yes or no. Sorry. I love these styles, colors, or covers, so we'll go with that. Silage additive tank, of course, but as Farmer Cop found out like 2.5 years ago, they don't do too much. And then we have a license plate. So there you go. Next, let's talk about the Lemken-Pack. This is basically just a cultivator pack. We do have some stuff that does drev liners, which is kind of neat if you want that. But let's start with here. The Dolomite 9300, 7,500 kgs, 74 kilowatt, 100 horsepower. There you go. 3 meters at 7 miles an hour. It's a 3-meter cultivator, subsoiler, basically. You can throw on that Lemken design or none if you want to. We've got all the colors of the rainbow, which is nice considering most of the time we don't get that option. And then we have a 4-meter version here as well. Then we go into the Power Harrows. So we've got a couple sets here. We have a 4-meter set with a couple different configurations, including attachments for the back, which is nice, and then a lot of different rollers, track looseners, stuff like that. However, track looseners on a piece of equipment like this usually don't work. Generally, it is for visuals only. Oh yeah, and you can change it to any color you want. And we jump over to the drive liner, and then we go down to our track looseners, and those should work right. You would assume anyway. And then we've basically got a 5-meter, 6-meter, and then we go back into some smaller stuff. So we have just regular cultivators. So if you need to do cultivating, man, oh man, I tell you, and if you were looking for a Lemken, well, tell you what, we kind of got you covered here, don't you? Next is one I've actually been looking forward to because I took the pictures for this one for the Mod Hub. The Massey Ferguson 30 from ADUB Modding and the ABP team featuring Black Sheep Modding. That's right, this is from the old gen Massey pack. Holds 500 liters of seed only. Does all of your standard seeded crops. Main color, so we start with the Massey Ferguson, but you could choose anything, which is super duper cool, including nitro blue if you want to, but I will say it kind of feels wrong, so we'll just get away from that. We also have a design color. So this is going to be your wheel options. Instead of rims, says design. You can change that up how you need to. We also have another design color, which is going to be the hubcaps. And then finally, our last design is going to be bits on the inside. Let's change that up to green so you can actually see. Specs include 80 horsepower requirement, 4-meter working width, and 9 miles an hour. And I mean, not to brag, but these do look pretty good. Look, I even used the thing. It's also from Black Sheep Modding. Changed up the colors and everything. See, I'm so good at this. All right, enough of that. What do we got next? This is the Unia Cross L Drive. This is also a cultivator, just a standard old 3-meter cultivator. This one is trailed, though. It's got wheels behind it. 140 horsepower is required on it. 3 meters at 8 miles per hour configurations. We have an old set. We also have new. The new looks very good, but if you want to go with old, hey, go with that too. Supporting wheels, we have yes or no. This is going to be around towards the front. And then we have wing shares, yes or no. If 3-meter cultivators are not your thing, maybe a 2.7-meter cultivator will be more your thing. This is the Lizard T27-1. Warning stickers, we go yes or no on there. Rollers, we have a couple different setups for rollers. Main colors, we have almost the full old color palette. We'll go with a nice green. Then design color, we'll go with a red. Not the most beautiful piece of equipment I've ever put together, but hey, you guys know YouTubers, we're not good at color combinations. And if you're looking for another Agromasz POH plow, we have the 5XL, 2.5-meter working width, 7 miles an hour, 150 horsepower required. Wheel setups, we have a Trelleborg AW305, a Midas, and we also have another Trelleborg as well. There you go. Very cool. Main colors, we have almost, actually, that's the full color gamut right there. Yeah. Hey, I want this to be a John Deere. Let's go John Deere. Design. There we go. Main rim color. Pow. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. And our last regular mod is going to be the VQR-Platform designs. We have standard and door setup. Wheel brands, we have Trelleborg, Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian, Lizard, Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, etc. Chassis colors, we have basically all of the above. Did they throw nitro blue? Nah, but they put a blue chrome. Good enough. Speaking of chrome, let's just go chrome all the way. Why not, right? What are we going to do? We'll go back to the, there you go. See, I told you I'm not good at designing colors. It's a big trailer, but unfortunately it doesn't have auto load. So if you want to do something maybe a little bit more realistically, go for it. But with it not having auto load, it's a little bit tough. And now we get into the placeables. The very first one today is the small renovated house. Now at the front, we can sleep, we can change our clothing. However, well, that's kind of it. I don't know what it's renovated from. Looks like maybe the front's renovated, something like that. It is a visual only kind of thing, and if we cheat a little bit, we can see that there's nothing on the inside. Second is the ArtMaster 2K24 pack. These are a set of mixers or fertilizer or factories. Uh-oh. Game crashed. Nope, we're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. We have the FertiMaster. You put in manure, slurry, and stones to get out solid fertilizer. Mixmaster, of course, this is going to be your TMR. However, this also adds mineral feed and water into the mix, so you will have to use those as well. Looks like our pig food. This is going to be potatoes, water, and wheat only. And then Agromaster. This makes lime out of 11 liters of stones and 1 liter of water. And our last mod today is an interesting one. We're back in the store for the PlasticChair. Let's get ourselves one of these. I've heard some you can tap to it. So this is very interesting. I do not have heavy lift or anything like that turned on. So yeah, we have chair there, which I can tap to. This is the greatest thing ever. Can I get another one? So it's a decorative chair that you could sit in, and I love it so much. They didn't have to give you this opportunity or this option, and yet they did. And my dude is so happy. He's in a chair. I'm trying to set this up for a thumbnail, but I don't think I can make it work. Well, I tried. That didn't work either. Perfect. Now let's talk about some mod updates for all platforms. First one is Carpathian Countryside version 1.1.1. Remove sugar beet cut as an option to cow feed mixture, so any automatic feeding robot work properly again. Cow barns with feeding robot included in the map will now accept also dry alfalfa and clover. Added support for the Farm Production Pack DLC and selling stations, and added Spanish translation. There was also an update to this for PC and Mac version as well. We'll talk about that shortly. Next up is modern Saripuszta, version 1.1, car and pedestrian traffic changed, gas station modded, 4 beehives in the same location as in reality, new cowshed, and bunker silo. And Bellingwolde version 1.5, electricity poles have been added, high voltage line added, wind turbine added. They've also added a small lake. Improvements were made within the village, new object added, and sound improvements have been made. And Brosumersiel version 1.2, AI splines completely reworked. Now the AI cars are moving more smoothly, some minor changes, and no new game save is required. We also have some regular mod updates like the Zetor Major 80 version 1.2.1 fixed some cabin textures, and turning radius has been increased. The TopliftStaja And Trentsysteme version 1.2, they've added a new grain container. Unfortunately, my nickname in college, Scooter version 1.2, new tire configurations. It's because I drove around my freshman year on a scooter everywhere. We also have an update to the Kverneland Vicon IXtrack T4 version 1.0.1. Rear collision improved. Herculano S1 ET, S2 ET phone home version 1.1. Bug fixes. A smaller trailer with a 7,500 kg is now available for medium tractors. How's that a bug fix? Oh, those are two different things. I'm the idiot. Oops. And a very cool trailer, the Boeckmann AT, a 4019-27-12. Fixed front lights. From Farmer 5 Tom, we have self-marketing version 2.0, and it's also version 2.0. All placeable updated to productions. All right, and all automats are static from now on. I think we need some better translations. I got you, bro. Hit me up. Super cool warehouse mod warehouse version 1001. They've added a hole under the loading docks. From Lancy Boy, American Husbandry Set version 1.2. Monoslope barn wall mask updated to a higher standard. Monoslope cow barn now supports spawns manure rather. Cowshed with pasture now spawns manure too, and description version updated. Next to last, we have Old Shed version 1001, corrected collision, and the AdBlue filling station version 1002, trigger modification. Lastly, today we have updates for PC and Mac players. Now, the Carpathian Countryside update for PC version 111 is exactly the same as the crossplay version, with one key difference. They fixed an issue with the size 240 alfalfa square bales. Wrapping the alfalfa bale now correctly results in alfalfa silage bale, not clover silage. And the EuroMilk feed mixing wagons from Barnes & V3 version number 2. After 2 years, the modification is released in a completely new, much better version than the previous one. 7 new feeding wagons have been added. The Rhino FX 1000 HD has been rebuilt. The Rhino FXX 3000 HD and Puma 17 HD have been refreshed, fixed the machine scale, and completely new normal and specular maps have been added to improve the appearance. And that is it. That's today's mods. Hope you enjoyed them. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you new. Enjoy the GoHam fab. Double check out notification bells. Well, that way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.